I'd like to begin giving all glory, all praise, all honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahal Racha Kodash. Peace, mercy, and grace to the household of faith, beginning with the 144,000, the servants, the prophets, the men of the Lord, as well as the rest of the 1/3 men, women, and children. The household of faith, the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Today, being the so-called Negroes, Black African Americans, the Hispanics, Native Americans as well, so-called, as well as the scattered Israelites that have been, displaced across the earth, looking like other nations. All right, but have the seed line or have the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the one chosen, holy, sanctified seed line, at which the Lord is gonna deliver through His Son. All right, His Son being a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, the Messiah, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. All right, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. All right, He came, He died, He was buried, resurrected. All right, and gone into the heavens via a chariot, pursuant to Acts chapter 1. All right, and He is planning to come back the same way He left, which is from above. And according to Revelation 1:7, every eye shall see Him. And this is how the Most High is gonna wage war in the flesh against the heathen, beginning with Esau, Edom, and chief among him being the Amalekites, all right, which are the so-called Ish. All right, the one people you can't speak against, the one people you can't criticize, you can't challenge. All right, because if you do, they'll be quick to play victim and quick, all right, to attack you, silence you, all right, make your life a living hell, because they are the wicked of the Bible, and the Lord has given them a season and a time to deceive the earth and play, these games. All right, but we're coming into that time real quickly where the Lord is about to put an end to this. And He's beginning, all right, with the mouth of the prophets. And that's the beginning of the war against Amalek. He's beginning with the prophets, and He's going to end it with His Son. This is Exodus 17:16, for He said, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai have sworn that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And that generation of Amalekites are here today, because these were the first of the nations. These were the people that attacked us coming out of the land of Egypt. And we're going to get into these videos. I got some things queued up, but I'm just speaking, through the Spirit right now. Because what these people are doing is detestable. These people are criminals. They're crooked. They ain't right. Okay, I wanted it to link me to the scripture where it talks about them being the first of the nations. First of the nations. Let's see that. Yeah, Numbers 24:20. And when He looked on Amalek, He took up His parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. All right. But why? Because Amalek, they're Edomites. And the Edomites must be exterminated, pursuant to the prophecy by the prophet Obadiah. All right. In another version of this, NLT, let's see what the AMP says. It says, Balaam looked at Amalek and took up his fifth discourse and said, Amalek was the first of the neighboring nations to oppose the Israelites after they left Egypt, but his end shall be destruction. So with that, let's look at what's happening in the news. All right, House passes bill to merge U.S. and Israel militaries. Now, why would they do that? Why would they do that? One must ask.
NDAA, which enshrined into law the U.S. and Israeli militaries merging together. There is some confusion on the final vote. It's really kind of unclear. It looks like Thomas Massie was the only Republican to vote no on the final passage. However, other reporting published shortly afterward, including The Guardian, states that 7 Republicans voted against the final passage, and six Democrats actually voted for it. So it was almost a completely partisan vote, where most Democrats said no to the bill, Most Republicans said yes to the bill. Some Democrats voted yes on it. A very small group of Republicans voted no to this. The Democrats, by the way, who voted no to this bill, it wasn't because we were going to merge our militaries together with Israel. That's not what shocked them, of course. It was everything else. It was just the, they cited everything else, but they never brought up the merging with the Israeli militaries. That's something that, believe me, if Democrats were in charge, they would have baked it in there just as easily and they would have passed it just as fast. So this is a sad, dark day. I think that all of these people that have voted yes, most of them Republicans, have proven to be traitors to the country, and I don't use that word lightly. I do think they are traitors to the country. They knew about this provision. They put it in anyway. They voted for it, knowing that it would end U.S. sovereignty. And this is, to me, the most consequential. This is the most consequential thing that has happened in the history of our government, in my opinion. This is the single most consequential thing. This is the one thing that hands over control of our nation to a foreign terrorist country.
Woo! Heavy, man. Why is this happening, though? Because we're in the midst of the World War III. And what does the prophecy say? This is Jeremiah 49:20. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord, right? Counsel means the purpose. It says that he have taken against Edom. All right, this is Yahweh's purpose against these Edomites and his purposes that he had proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. And what was Teman? Teman was a actual descendant of Esau, but it represents the wise men of Teman. The wise of Esau. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. The least of the flock. There's going to be one group of Edomites drawing out another group of Edomites, and they're going to get both destroyed. This is Israel going to bring out Babylon the Great, the USA, in World War III, and they're both going to get nuked to hell and back. Jeremiah 50:45 says, therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that he have taken against Babylon. Woo! So Edom and Babylon are being interchangeable here. It says, in his purposes that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, Babylon the Great, man. It says, surely the least of the flock, Amalekites, shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. This is the beginning. Why their military is merging as one? Because one thing done to Israel is going to be done to the U.S. If you put an attack or something on Israel, it's like attacking the U.S. You see, they join together. Because when you look at the establishment of Israel, you had the state of Israel. That was pretty much an extension of British colonization, right? So when you look at Revelation 17, and it talks about that head, the eighth head. Let's get Revelation 17. The doom of Babylon. Revelation 17 and verse 11. All right, we'll start at 10. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. So this is the Roman Empire that was the one that is, and the other is not yet coming. When he cometh, he continue a short space. That represents the British. And the beast that was and is not, right, Babylon the Great, even he is the 8th and is of the 7. The 7 is the British, and goeth into perdition, because Britain ain't gonna get nuked to hell and back like Babylon. Babylon is gonna go into perdition, which means destruction. You see, but see, Babylon the Great is of the 7, but so is the state of Israel. And I say the state of Israel because that's how the Edomites are. They do the state of this, the state of that, the United States, the state of Israel. Matter of fact, let's look up, when was the state of Israel created? Or we'll put established and see if it corrects my grammar. Look at that. Israel became an independent country on May 14, 1948. All right, in which when you go into all right, this word, the least of the flock, this is just a strange irony, which is really no such thing as ironies, but that word least, which is taza, tazayar, which is little, insignificant, young, the youngest. It's look at this, TWOT reference, 1948. strange irony. The least of the flock, these 1948ers. Okay, it says coinciding with the expiration of the British mandate for Palestine, David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish agency, proclaimed the establishment of the State of Israel. See that? The State of Israel. These are the same as, this is just another British state, an extension of the British colonization. It says of the State of Israel in Tel Aviv, the United States extended formal recognition. So the United States extended formal recognition of a new nation on the very same day. You see? See that connection there? Yeah, man, these are the same people. Because I was watching, some news, and this one kept popping up on the news. This little article here, showing how they
the morning of October 7th, a lot of us saw
how they got their little gun group locked and loaded, right, to prepare to defend themselves as anti-Semites on the rise. Esau playing the victim, ready to make a move. That's also why you had a merging of those two militaries, because Esau's about to make his move. Let me go ahead and hold Rev 12 and 9, or 12 and 17 actually. And we're going to come back to that. I'm going to play that clip real quick.
Also talks to the National Rifle Association, which in an exclusive interview discusses training Jewish Americans to shoot as the controversial gun group works to emerge from a swirl of recent scandals. But as we'll hear, not everyone agrees that more private gun ownership means...
And watch, because they talk about all the gun violence. We need to get guns off the streets. We need to make it hard to get guns. But they ain't going to say nothing about these people having guns at all. It's going to be totally fine for them to have all the arms they need, right? Because everyone is focused on them, right?
Means more safety.
It's a Tuesday morning outside Chicago, and an unusual crowd gathers in a gun range conference room over bagels and locks.
How often do you come to practice?
I come here once a month.
A retired psychologist, a consultant, and a nonprofit leader.
We have.
And you saw the combination of the two flags here. You see that? So this is all Esau at work, man. This is all divine, man. The Lord is finna put both of these flags to rest. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He about to end these people, man. What other clip that I had? Meanwhile, in New York City, it says New York City synagogues desecrated with feces. Because people are tired of these people. And I'm watching GMS Atlanta right now. The elder bishop of the camp just said, what did he say? People are tired of these people. And this is proof right here. People are just tired of these people, man.
Jewish faith leaders coming together with congregants today, hoping to hold a symposium, arming these congregants with the information they need to fight back what they say is a rising tide of anti-Semitism. 2 synagogues were desecrated on Thursday with bags of feces and oil dumped outside their front doors. The congregation at Young Israel of Holliswood discovering the vandalism when they came in for morning prayers the following day. The rabbi of one of those congregations speaking to these attacks.
Our city is hurting, and this is going to metastasize if we don't stand up. The NYPD has been fantastic. The 107 has always been fantastic to us. They actually contacted us before we even contacted them.
Today, neighbors and congregants participating in a new training, learning how to fight back against anti-Semitic attacks and foster greater understanding.
We want to create proud and resilient Jews.
Look at these ugly ass niggas, man. Look at this guy. Look. Come on, man. These people are through, man. Let's get some scriptures, man, because this is all a part of the dragon coming after the woman. You see? Because this is the testimony that's going to condemn you. Because the rest of the world is tired of y'all, but see, we have the actual testimony that y'all want to rid the earth of. Y'all really want to get this out the way, because this is the truth right here. This is Revelation 12:17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. The dragon represents the Roman Empire headed by Esau, Edom. All right. Esau, Edom, you are the dragon. And the woman represents the Israelites, particularly the elect. It says, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. That's us, the elect, Lord willing, that's us. Which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. What's his testimony? Right? Precept upon precept. What is his testimony? That he came? Yes, that's part of it. That he came. His death, burial, and resurrection, that is a part of his testimony. But what's the key word? Revelation 19:10, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Which, what you have after that, a colon, which means everything that comes after that pertains to the testimony of Yahweh Shai. It says, worship the Most High. And it might not be a colon, it might be a semicolon. It says, worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. What's that? The spirit of the things that are going to come to pass. You see? And what's going to come to pass is these people going to get put down, bro. These people are liars. Build proud and resilient Jews. These are not the Jews, man. Got me talking like Webby, man. These are not the Jews, man. They're not. You talk about the southern kingdom, the Jews of the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Come on, man. Dude, we have a Bible. We read our Bibles, man. Y'all don't. When did y'all go into Egypt again with ships? Did that happen to you guys, or did it happen to my people? I'm saying, oh, that's anti-Semitic. Nah, buddy. Because we talk about anti means against, and Semitism, or Shem, which is a son of Noah, which is who the Israelites, including the Jews, descend from. Right? I descend from Shem too. So I'm Shem too. I'm not against Shem. So don't play that. See? And they want to silence this testimony, because this is the testimony. This is what they want to get rid of. Let's get Revelation. Let's keep going. Verse 11, it says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. See, when the Lord comes back, he's going to righteously make war against you devils, because you devils are liars. You're liars and you're wicked, man. These people are getting away with any damn thing, bruh. They do what they want to do out here. See, but you won't be able to escape the righteous judge. You see? And it said, John said, I behold a white horse. The Lord is coming on something angelic, and angelic vehicles are gonna penetrate through the heavens, man. You see? And he's gonna judge and make war against you devils. We started off with Exodus 17, right? Exodus 17. In the last verse says, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. The Most High is going to use his son and the angels to come back and make war with you people, man. See? And that's all. And we're going to see. We're going to see if Hashem is with you in that day. We're going to see. All right? Sworn. Upon, on the ground, according to, above. Is that the right word? Can't be. We know what war is. Malcolm. Battle, right? The Lord's going to have battle with you devils. Because People are tired of y'all playing the victim like y'all ain't doing nothing. Like y'all just innocent and righteous out here. Squeaky clean, in their mouths were found no guile ass people. That ain't y'all, man. Y'all guilty as hell. And as soon as y'all get some dirt on y'all, y'all just go back to Israel and act like nothing happened. Come on, man. Look at this guy, man. Look at him.
Fight Jewish hatred, anti-Semitism. We're going to stand with the people of Israel, and we're going to amplify Jewish joy.
What about amplifying the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible? Y'all ain't gonna amplify that though, is you? No? I didn't think so. So this is what's happening out here, man. House bill passes, and I love Kim Ivers's commentary because she's a good reporter. And this is heavy. But this is happening because the least of the flock shall draw them out. They're going to draw out the whore Babylon the Great in conflicts, as we already see, beginning with the Iranian conflict. And there's going to be more to come. More to come. It ain't over. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor again to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Wa Rachak Wadash, Shalom, Wa Ba Babal.